is practice for my pre-talk. All right, so the things that I want to cover are so this is the pre-talk. For the Whitfinitesimal for this Whitfinitesimal Torelli problem. Okay, so let's first talk about Kodaira-Spencer. Okay, so Kodaira-Spencer. Okay, so the idea is, so what we're going to do is we're going to produce, so the idea is that given a deformation, so given a family, so here's my family. Let's say x to s, like so. We'll call this pi. So you could say just as like a flat family of schemes over over C, let's say. So in a tangent vector, in the base, let's say delta, let's say delta s, and this is a tangent vector, ts of u for u a point. Okay, so what we'll do is we will produce a cohomology class. The Kodaira-Spencer class of this family, this thing, and this is going to be in H1 of the tangent bundle of the fiber. Okay, H1 of the tangent bundle of the fiber. Okay, so here's the idea. So here's the construction. Okay, so what we'll do is we first take our tangent vector. So maybe yeah. Okay, so we have S here. We have some open set, and then we have this fiber. So this is XS. This is pi inverse of S. Okay, and what we'll do is we have some vector field here. Okay, and what we'll do is we lift. Okay, so we cover by open sets, and then we lift the vector field. So we cover by opens. Or I guess we could say cover fiber or pi inverse of u by opens. Let's say affine opens. Why not? And then so ui in x, and then we find tangent vectors, or find vector fields delta I. Okay, let's do this. Delta 0. Delta I delta 1, and this is like delta 2. Vector fields delta I is lifting, so this is Tx ui lifting Ts, so delta 0 in TSU. Okay? And then what we'll do is, so this gives a map. So then what we can do is we get a check cohomology. So this gives a check cohomology. Okay. So here, this is in H1 check associated to the cover of Tx of u. Okay, and it's actually S linear over OU. Okay, so this thing here is okay, so this is almost okay, so these things will define so here R pi R1 pi star of the tangent bundle so this is the pullback of T xu over u, right? This gives a local section, so this gives morphism from Ts to R1 pi star Tx over S. Okay, and this is the Cartesian-Spencer map. Okay. So so this cohomology is equal to the other cohomology by Leray. Okay, so this is the Carrera-Spencer map. Okay, so this has many different forms. Here's another way of doing it. Okay, so I guess the thing to notice here is that okay. So actually, before this, what we should have done is we should have talked about the relative tangent sequence. Okay, so let's do the relative tangent sequence. Okay, so given a family, okay, so this is from X into S, and we'll call this pi. So you notice that the tangent vectors in X, so the tangent bundle in X has, so here if we have a point here, so there's tangent vectors like this, and this piece here is made up of two pieces, here and here, right? And there's kind of this vertical piece here, and then there's this horizontal piece down here. And so the tangent bundle of x, so the tangent bundle of x for x smooth it sits inside an exact sequence. Okay, so we have the total tangent bundle. This projects down, and I guess we could do this here. So f star, or sorry, pi star, the tangent bundle of s. Okay, and then so this is where you take a vector and you crush it down to the horizontal part. So this is the horizontal part, and then we have the kernel here, which is this is Tx over s. So this is by definition the kernel. So Tx over s is the vertical tangent space. And so this is by definition the kernel of this map here. Okay, so there's this extension. So this is the relative tangent sequence. And then, so there's variants of this. So for non-smooth things, right? So we'll have, and then there's the cotangent sequence. Right, and the cotangent sequence is, well, you just dualize this. So this is omega x, and this is omega x over s, like so. Okay, so there's these variants. Okay, so this is the tangent sequence, the cotangent sequence, and this thing. Okay, so all right, and so then so the Kodaira-Spencer. So what is Kodaira-Spencer? Okay, so Kodaira-Spencer. Okay, so the Kodaira-Spencer is the connecting map so the Kodaira-Spencer map is the connecting map for any of these sequences. Right. So so what do I mean by that? So for any of these sequences under your favorite for your favorite derived functor. Okay, so in particular, if we have so example, if we take gamma of x is the global sections functor, and we take the plus the relative cotangent sequence. Then we get So what do we get? So we have h0 of x tx over s, h0 of x tx, h0 of x pi star ts, and then we have h1 of h1 of so what am I doing? So this is h1 of x tx over s. Okay, and so in particular, this map, the connecting map for here. Okay, so if s is equal to, well, okay, so this is the Canary-Spencer map. Okay, another version. Okay, is that if we take the functor, so we take the push forward functor, then we get the following. So plus the relative, so relative tangent sequence. Then we get. So what do we have? So we have okay. So we have pi star, pi star, pi star, pi star. And this goes around to R1 pi star tx over s. Okay, so that this map here. So we have this Canary-Spencer map here. All right, and so let's just so what's the projection formula? So let's see. So by the projection formula, I think this is just this should be isomorphic to TS tensor over OS pi star OX or something like that. Okay, let me just check. Yeah, this is correct. Okay, so that's the projection formula. So we get this Canary-Spencer map. So the comparison between these two. Okay, so then there's versions. So then you get variance for the joules. So they're all Canary-Spencer maps. If someone talks about a Canary-Spencer map, you need to clarify and ask them which one. Okay, so then there is the geometric description, which I gave here. Okay, and then in particular for and so the case that we'll want to look at. So the case we want to look at K is a field with a derivation. So this is so this is sort of like the generic fiber. And so maybe like the idea is like maybe a derivation are ghosts of families. Okay. Um, all right. So one of the things that we'll want to do is we'll want to replace derivations with p derivations. Okay. So what we'll want to do. Okay. So derivations versus p derivations. Okay. So one of the mottos is here is that so the motto here is that derivations. So anything that you can do with the functor let's say dn from category of commutative rings to category of commutative rings. Given by dn of a is a mod t, or at mod t to the n plus 1. You can do with Witt vectors. So these are functors Wn from the category of commutative rings to the category of commutative rings, right? And Wn of A looks like A cross A cross A cross A, as this is as sets. This is happens n times, but it has a plus a funky. But it has a plus a funky addition and multiplication. Okay, so as an example, okay, so a derivation. So okay, so let A be a ring. So sorry. So let B be so these are the category of A algebras. Okay, so a derivation is equivalent to a map here. A to a ring homomorphism to D1 of B such that so we have this A to D1 of B. This is the ring of dual numbers. Okay, to such that this thing here, this diagram commutes, where B, and this is the algebra map. Okay, so and so how do you see this? So the map here, so the map F map F is given by, well, f of A looks like A plus dA t. Okay? So, and the first component, the reason why it's like this is because this thing here is the map mod t. Okay? So it's saying, and you know, we're just going to admit what the algebra map looks like. We're just going to write it as A. And we're going to view kind of like view A as a subring of B. So this is really A times 1 of B. Okay? And so note that in this case, I'm sure as you all have seen, so this thing looks like A1 plus dA1. Okay, so T A2 plus dA2 T. So this is, okay, so this is A1 A2 plus d A1 A2 T. And so this thing is A1 A2 plus, okay, then we just start getting into what it becomes interesting, dA1 A2 plus A1 dA2 T. Okay, and so equating this part and this part, this part and this part give you the product rule. Okay, so for Witt vectors, okay, so for Witt vectors, okay, so for Witt vectors, for length 2, so then if you have a map here, A here to W1 of B, so I use my indexing up 1, so this goes to B, and so this is the algebra map. Okay, and so we have a map, and so this is the, so here, this map here takes A0, A1, and it maps it to A0, maybe I should say B0, B1, maps it to B0 like this, okay, and so this is kind of the reduction mod, the second component, okay, so, so this is some sort of reduction, okay, and then this is the algebra map, so f of, and so this is saying that this has to be the same. So f of A looks like A delta of A. Okay, and now we check what the rules are. So now we find that delta of A, so when you work this out, when you work out that f of A1, A2 is f of A1, f of A2, and f of A1, A1 plus A2 is equal to, okay, and so this is like, okay, so let me just say this, f of A1 plus f of A2, and f of 0 is 0, and f of 1 is 1, and f of 0 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is done in Witt vector multiplication. Okay, so the thing that you get is that, so the output of this is that delta of A1, A2 is delta A1, A2 to the P plus A1 to the P, delta A2 plus P, delta A1, delta A2. Delta of A1 plus A2, so this is delta of A1 plus delta of A2 plus, okay, so now you have A1 plus A2, so this is plus A1 to the P plus plus a2 to the p divided by p. Okay, so we get this p derivation. You also get the rule that delta of 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so these are the axioms of a p derivation. A p derivation. So you can also deduce equivalent to the rules for sum and multiplication rules for W1. Okay, so this is the wacky addition and multiplication that we had. All right, so okay, so we have this thing about these are the two things, and so the motto here is that is that if this one here are the infinitesimals, then this thing here is the widfinitesimals. Okay, so maybe that's a good way to remember what the delta operation is in these delta rings. Okay, so all right, so what's another thing that you can do? So the basic properties of p derivations, maybe I'll say these again, I guess, in the other talk, but the basic properties. If delta from a to b is a p derivation, then this map here, then phi of a, defined to be a to the p plus p delta of a, this is a lift of the Frobenius so here we could have a mod pa to b mod pb, and here you could take a bar to the p. Okay, so and conversely, if b is p torsion free, then a p derivation is equivalent to a lift of the Frobenius. Okay, so let's look at the tangent bundle. Okay, so let's give this example. Okay, so example 2. Tangent bundles. Okay, so given so if X is a scheme, so recall, if X is a scheme, over a ring R, say, then there's this functor. Okay, so I'm going to use kind of abusively write the physical tangent bundle, which I'm going to view as a scheme, and the vector bundle. So the vector bundle I'm going to view as a physical scheme, and it's a locally free module. Okay, so just sections of it are what we are derivations. Okay, but this thing here, t of x of a. Okay, this is equal to t of x of d1 of a. Okay, so there is kind of an adjoint functor, right? So this is the defining property of the tangent bundle. So this is the defining property. Of the tangent bundle. Okay, and so that the A points of this are the dual number points of your original variety or your original scheme. Okay, and so we can do the same thing. You can do the same thing. So so if X is a Z scheme or ZP scheme, there's a version for ZP schemes. Then so then we can have JP1 of X. Okay, and then this, if we plug in A here, this is X of the dual numbers, so W1 of A. Sorry, not the dual numbers. So the weight vectors. So this is this thing here is Borger's jet space. First P jet space. Okay, and okay. So just kind of like a little remark here. So remark. So local sections. So local sections. Of the tangent bundle are derivations. So TXU. So these are derivations from OXU to OXU. Okay, so they represent derivations. If we want JP1 XU to be P derivations OXU to OXU, we need to p-adically complete. Okay, so why is this? So in general, p derivations do not localize. Okay, and so you can check. So here's a good exercise. Is to check that delta of 1 over x, so this is a p derivation. So this is minus 1 over x to the p plus p delta of x. Okay, and so this thing here, so this is equal to the sum, so minus 1 over x to the 2p, and then we have a sum from j is equal to 0 up to infinity of minus p delta x over x to the p, like so. This thing to the j. Okay, so if we want this to converge, we need to p formally complete. Okay. All right. So that's the big. Okay, so that's what the p derivations are, and so this thing here. So we have this thing. So all right. So the point upshot thing, JP1 hat of X hat. So this is for a p-formal scheme. So this is a locally ringed space where all the sheaves, the sheaf of ideals is iatically complete. Okay, and so this thing here does represent the sheaf of p derivations. Okay. Okay, so what's kind of fun to do is that so just like, okay, so this is one fun application. Okay, so fun application. Okay, so note in general, this is distinct. Note for people who know what the Greenberg transform is. These lift the Greenberg transform. So they're in characteristic 0. And their special fiber is the Greenberg. Okay, so and so these, okay, so that's one thing to do. Okay, so let's do another application. So application. So if G is a group scheme, then TG is also a group scheme. And we have a sequence like this, G. Oh, let's do it like this. So we have TG, the tangent bundle of G. This goes to G. This goes to 1. And then here we have the Lie algebra of G. Okay, interesting. Okay, and similarly, we can do the same thing for p-jet spaces. Okay, so there's a whole. Okay, so there's a whole Lie theory. So there's a whole Lie theory for this subject. Okay. All right. So what about Kodaira-Spencer classes? Okay, so lemma. Okay, so let delta 1 and delta 2 from A to B be p derivations. Okay, then the map A maps to delta 1 of A minus delta 2 of A is mod PB is, so let's call this delta 1, 2 of A, is a derivation of the Frobenius. So exercise, let's do this as an exercise. Okay, so what do I mean by this? So, i.e., delta 1, 2 of AB. So this is delta 1, 2 of A, B bar to the P, plus delta A bar to the P, delta 1, 2 of B. So this is a Frobenius semilinear derivation. So this is a Frobenius So that's a derivation of the Frobenius if you take the difference of two. All right, so what does that mean? So this means that, so what's the upshot of this? Okay, so the upshot of this is that in the same way that okay, so the upshot okay, in the same way J1 x over k delta so this is a Torsor Gx over k Jp1 hat, let's do this x1, oh, I need notation, is a Torsor under the Frobenius tangent bundle. Okay, so this thing parametrizes Frobenius semilinear derivations. And the cohomology class associated to that torsor is none other than the Delano Z class. So this is the Carrera-Spencer class. And this thing here is the Delano Z class.